Go interactive with
Kait.
Renwick, nice pass. In walks Denaro left side, getting in close. His shot scores! Chris Denaro, 9th of the year, a power play goal. It's 2-0.
We're here at Frank Crane Arena, and it's safe to say that almost everybody, almost all Canadians, have at one time had the arena hockey experience during a hockey game. But how many can say that they've been in the gondola during a broadcast? Today we're checking in with Dan Marshall. He does the Clippers broadcast on the Wolf radio station, and he's won the best BCHL broadcaster of the year, not once, but twice. Let's check in with Dan.
Knocked down was Jermaine, walking in is Caldas with a shot, scores! Yanni Caldas put it through Colton Lancaster.
Dan, it looks like there's a lot going on. What's happening?
We're getting ready for a game, Kate. Come on in, put on a headset.
Okay.
Thank you. You've got a couple of different scripts here. What do you use this for? What is this information telling you?
This is the paper chamber, if you will, to get ready for a hockey game. Starting on my left, you got to have all the sponsor information.
That's very
Sponsors are the lifeblood of any radio broadcast, so I have all the sponsor information, and when I talk about which sponsor and how the intermissions all work, so that's the nuts and bolts. Then I've got all the hockey information right in front of me, so all the stats, all the names of the players on both sides, of course.
And how much of that do you have to refer to the script for, and how much of it is already in your head?
Well, you hope it's mostly in your head because hockey moves so fast that by the time you look down, you probably miss something.
Couldn't take the puck away from Gavin Gould to the Clipper line. Hookerson belted him down.
So you spend a lot of time. So say a game's about 2.5 to 3 hours. So usually you can say that's your prep time to get ready for any game. About the same, about 2.5 to 3 hours, writing notes, finding stats, looking for storylines in a given hockey game. And you try and get as much of that down on the page as you can, but the game really tells its own story. And that leads to my scribbling sheet, where you follow the goals and the assists and you track who scored when and what the power play situations are. So, and you write down little notes. I have, a lot of guys do it on the computer, but I have a pen that I use. I love the pen and paper. I love the feel of it.
A little, literally, scribble sheet.
I do have an iPad for online stats that I use, but some people love to use their laptops and their computers, but I like to be able to write things down and really get a feel for it that way and remember things to reference back from the third period to the first period. So there's a lot of paper that I spend in every game to get ready, and it's all laid out very specifically, and it's all laid out the same way every game. You try and have it just by a rote so that you walk in every game, you have the exact same preparation done.
Brasso's got two guys on him, but he got it loose for Yanni Caldas in close, trying to jam play. Then a shot by Brasso, scores! Devin Brasso, lucky number 13 on the year.
Now, you've been doing this for 15 years.
2000, first year, yeah, it's been a long time.
Do you still get nervous?
Every single time.
What are you worried about? What are you scared of screwing up? How can you screw up?
You always worry that you're going to mess up a really good goal, somebody's first goal, or a really nice play. You called the wrong guy, which happens from time to time, or you miss something that you don't see because you're watching behind the play. You always worry that you're not going to give the proper description because you're the eyes and ears. When I'm in the booth, I'm the eyes and ears of Clipper fans everywhere, and you worry every time that you're not going to quite do it right, and you always hope for the perfect broadcast, but they're pretty rare.
And you're trying to paint a picture. You're trying to be, as you say, the eyes. You're trying to help them be here visually.
That's the idea. Of course, in television, we have pictures, and in radio, we don't have pictures. So when you're doing the radio broadcast, you're trying to paint the picture and get people to understand exactly what's happening through your words, and it's a tough art form.
Mitch LaPont takes it right side of the Nanaimo line with Zorn. Wrist shot, scored! LaPont from long distance fooled Evan Johnson, who's looking confused about that one that went over his glove and in.
You live and breathe this team and this game. You're a part of the team, really.
Since I've been here, there's been a couple of different coaches, Bill Bestwick and Mike Vandekamp, and you don't have that trust level with the staff and the coaches overnight, but you gain that over the years, and had a great relationship with Bill Bestwick, and I think have a very strong relationship with Mike Vandekamp, and so you get to hear some of the inside stuff when you're that guy, and there's a lot of stuff that you can't.
I was going to say, does all that
you
spill
can't
out
talk
onto
about,
the radio?
but there's so many neat things that you do get to talk about from being around the guys in the hotel. At the same time, you're a professional and trying to call the game as it happens, but you do get to know the boys and you get very emotionally attached.
And I can tell that you love it.
Ripple at the blue line, cutting right, stick handling, great move, walks in, Ripple puts it on goal, Brasso scores on the rebound. Devin Brasso has two, and it's 4-1.